Thank you for watching this video. It's about Escape Hunt and their acquisition, their French acquisition, and their trading update. And by the way, you can see more videos like this at sharepickers.com in the public area, plus there's also a members area as well. Okay, let's get into it. The content of this video does not constitute investment advice. Do your own research. If you do invest in anything mentioned in this video without doing your own research and the share price goes down, you only have yourself to blame. However, if the share price goes up and you want to give me some credit, I'm happy with that. So on Friday, Escape Hunt announced contracts for French acquisition and a trading update. Let's get into that, okay? Now, I've said this quite a few times, and I'm serious about this. And this says something about the company and the management, a very positive thing about it. This is the only leisure company expanding and improving financially during lockdown. There's a question mark there. I don't know every company in the country, but most leisure companies, hospitality companies, are suffering. You know, they're laying people off. This company is expanding. They're improving not only operationally, but financially. And I'll show you that in a bit. So, this is from the trading update. A modest improvement in full-year group adjusted EBITDA loss versus full-year 2019, despite COVID-19 restrictions on trade. So their loss has gone down slightly, Owner-operator estate expanded by 89%, from 9 sites to 17 sites during the lockdown. With Milton Keynes potentially becoming the company's 18th owner-operated site. So still expanding. These are all the sites here. Of course, it won't be long before you can drive. Half an hour drive and you can get to a site anywhere. And that means brand recognition, of course. And they are the premium brand. By the way, this needs updating. Short to medium term. Now that's short-term target. 20 sites, because at 18 pretty much. They'll be at 20 easy very soon, especially when lockdown lifts. Mid to long-term target of 50. And I wouldn't say they stop there, to be honest. Because once you've got that momentum, size and scale, and you're generating cash, it's easy to acquire other companies and other sites. In fact, other companies, a handful of them. Directors believe that an owner-operated managed network of this size, at 17, should be capable of supporting positive group EBITDA and positive cash generation. Okay, so profitable. They also mentioned digital and play home product range launch. Again, a very good sign, very symbolic as to how the management performing. When you're in a lockdown situation and the majority of business is physical, and it's you have to have people walking in there and taking part, you can't do that. And then you pivot and launch a digital project and play home games that are working, very quickly work. That says something. It's a measure. It's a mark of the management. It's very good, and the team there at Escape Hunt. And the massive gross margin, 80% on these digital games. Okay, so if you did 250k, in fact, they do 230 grand revenue, and largely in the last month or so, because only launched last year. The EBITDA on that is 200 grand. If you 250 grand, 250, and the valuation times 20, because digital is very scalable, easy 20, and so that's worth about 4 million. You turn over 2 million, that's worth about 32 million to the company. So, the further progress in the US, in fact, Richard did say on the interview I did with them, they were chatting with the US about franchisees, and very encouraging. The chat is there, and there's a bit more in that update, so very encouraging talks with the guys there in the US. Encouraging levels of consumer demand between lockdowns gives cause for cautious optimism on full reopening of UK owner-operated sites. So that's, there's demand there. They opened them up, demand was there. Just got to get them open. Cash balance of the 31st of January, 3.95 million. They did say cash burn at the moment is about 200,000 per month. That would last 20 months. I don't care how pessimistic you are, lockdown's not going to last that long. When we had a lockdown, May, pretty much, everything's going to lockdown. Until then, the budget, by the way, there's going to be further help, as announced today, for companies that can't open. So they'll be supported financially until then. But of course, they've still got digital and play-at-home games as well. So, property market conditions in the UK are increasingly favourable for those seeking to take on new space. The board is therefore actively looking at ways in which the company can capitalise, wrong word, on the opportunity. I said these high premium brand sort of shopping centres, retail outlets, malls, the commercial landlords there are collecting less than half rent. There are people leaving these units. They can't afford to stay there. This is where, Escape Hunt to be having very opportunistic conversations, positive conversations with these commercial landlords. And they'll only do it if the deal is right, if it's good for the company. But they are now, setting up places like, for example, in Basingstoke I went to, so, one of the busiest shopping malls around, and they're there front and centre pretty much. So high footfall areas work very well for them, and they're getting them on very good deals, terms as well, conditions. Okay, so this is in my previous video. I mapped out the EBITDA and the valuation. I said 17 sites looking at it. It should be about 25 pence, and we're around about there now. We're around about that level now. Positive group EBITDA, positive cash generation. 30 sites, economy open, economies of scale, more favourable leases, modular designs and brand recognition, which would happen by 30 sites across the UK and maybe abroad, of course. They're already doing that. Site 37, fast growth, digital contribution with 80% gross margins, lifts EBITDA to 200k equivalent per site times 20, 82 million market cap here. That's over £1. Site 46, increased international growth, institutional investment and momentum investors, 20 times 200k EBITDA, market cap 121. And to be honest, I think it'll get there long before that. The market looks ahead and they'll see this is happening by, well, who knows, by site 30, 35, they'll know where this is headed, the story's going. And so I think the extra share price will get ahead of the valuation there, and on the growth as well. So it'll probably get there before that. 10 reasons why I think Escape has excellent potential this year. Market cap, still only 22 million market cap. You look what they've got. It's phenomenal. They've got that level of valuation still. Market leader, current sites 18, short term 20, mid term 50. I think it'll go further than that. Sector leisure will rebound strongly once hospital admissions start ticking down due to COVID and the vaccines. That's happening right now. We're on about 1,000 COVID admissions per day. At the peak, that was 4,600. So it's come down a lot. You get below 1,000 and it's not a problem. The reason why we're locked down is because the NHS gets flooded with COVID patients, of course, and they're above 80 years of age. 80% of the people in hospital are above 80. They're now being vaccinated. So, they won't be hospitalised. We saw the stats from Israel, phenomenal stats. Basically, I think the incidence of the elderly getting seriously ill after a vaccine, 0.004%. That's a real positive effect on admissions. Growth. In the 9 weeks to the 1st of March 2020, revenue from owner-operated sites rose 65% compared to the same period in 2019. So demand is there. Get them open, people will come. Now they've got a lot more sites. Like I said, they've expanded the sites for 89%, from 9 to 17 in the physical sites. Locations, they've acquired better prime location sites on cheaper terms. Premium brand agreements with BBC, Doctor Who, a game, and Netflix for Enola Holmes. These companies, BBC and Netflix, are premium brands. They only align and associate with premium brands. They're not going to align and associate with some 2-bit operation somewhere. They've got to be careful. Brands are so protective over their jewels and crowns. I mean, BBC, Doctor Who, it's the jewel and the crown of the BBC, pretty much. It's worldwide famous. They're not going to sort of, jeopardise that by putting in the hands of a company that, are not aware of brand quality, and Escape are. And in fact, check out the Escape brand itself. Look around their social media presence, their online activity, their artist work, and it's top. It's premium. It's high quality. Digital strategy is flying. It's low cost, high margin, and globally scalable. Home play games performing well. Good management. The only leisure company doing great deals, launching new exciting products, and physically expanding during the lockdown. That says a lot. Thank you for watching this video. If you did get value from it, then there's more videos at sharepickers.com. Plus there's also a members area where we try and help and support as a community of investors and try and become better investors by sharing ideas and knowledge. Check it out, sharepickers.com. Thanks very much.